Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's training video. I'm going to be teaching all of you guys how to properly use TRON options to do your trading ideas and also how to properly read and copy and paste the trading idea alerts that your teacher or slash expert is going to be giving you or giving everybody else inside this company through the live sessions in Go Live that I am, and also through the app of Swipe Option. Okay, so without any further ado, let's begin with this training video now. Of course, if you are watching this video, it's because you already know the website that we're going to be using or the broker that we're going to be using for option trading. It's called TRON Options. Now, the first thing that I want you to see in this broker is that you actually have two platforms inside this broker. What do I mean by that? It means that you have one platform which is called your real account or your live account, where you're going to have your actual money, and you're also going to have a demonstration account, which is the account that you're going to be using in order for you to practice or just test new things inside the broker. Now, how do you switch in between them? Now, right now, as you can see, I'm inside my demonstration account. How do you know that? Because right here on the top of the screen is giving me two options. One is my real account, which is a trade, and the other one is the demonstration account. And the demonstration account is going to have at least $10,000 if you haven't spent them yet, but you're going to see them in orange color. And of course, these dollars are not real. It's only for training purposes that they're providing you for you to practice inside the platform and get used to their system. But if you're also going to be using your real platform, your real account, whenever you want to actually do your real transactions, trading ideas, and then all you got to do is do a simple click, and now you're back in your real account. But for this session of training, we're going to be using my demonstration account. Okay. Now that we know which account we want to use, then we're gonna go ahead and see where we're gonna be picking or choosing our options or pair of currencies. Again, what is a currency? The currency is the coin that is used in a certain country or basically continent. For example, here in USA, we use the US dollars. In Europe, they use the euros. In England, they use the Great Britain pounds, etc., etc., etc. Now, whenever we are in the live sessions or we're receiving trading ideas through the app of Swipe Option, there's going to be basically a pair of currencies that we're going to be using in order for us to do our option trading. Now, where are we going to find that pair of currencies? Pretty simple. All we got to do is go up here, and we're going to see this little plus symbol that is going to tell us to add options. In this case, I have two options right here, which is the euro versus the Great Britain pound, and also I have the euro versus the Japanese yen. Okay, but let's say we want a different one. So all I gotta do is click, and then it's gonna give us all the pair of currencies. You can see they're all pairs that we can operate with. Now, let's just pick, I don't know, let's say Great Britain pound versus the New Zealand dollar. You just click that one, and you guys can see that now in my graphic is showing the actual market, what is going on between the Great Britain pound and New Zealand dollars. Okay, now that we know where we're gonna find our pair of currencies, we're gonna go ahead and decide how much money we want to invest in our trade. Now, I usually, experts, they usually recommend that we trade with 5 to 10% of our capital that we have. I personally, I started using, whenever I started in this company, I started trading with 5%. Nowadays I use 10%, but this is just me. You don't have to do 10% just because I do it. I do 10% because I have I pretty much know what's my trading my trading plan, and because I follow my trading plan so well, then I'm pretty confident using 10% of my capital, even though 10% is so high. So to start, I don't recommend you guys to start trading with your 10% of your capital. What do I mean? Like if I have $100 in my account, instead of me trading 10%, which would be $10, I will start with either $5 or even $3, which is 3%. So always to start, try and start trading 3% to 5%. And even 5% is still a little high. So if you have $200, then instead of trading $20 in your operation, which is 10%, try and do at least, I don't know, 5, which is 10, or even 3%, which would be around 7.50. So like I said, I do 10% because I follow my trading plan so well and I respect it. And because of that, like I said, I'm pretty confident on my results. But if you're starting and you're still need to get education about all this world, of course I recommend you to start doing at least 3 to 5%. And like I say, 5% is still a little high. So if you want to do 3, that's fine. And if you want to do 5, that's fine. But I do not recommend 10%. Okay. Now, like I said, we're gonna be selecting the amount of dollars that we want to, that we want to use for trading in one operation. But let's just say that we're gonna use $100 for this example, okay? And also, we're gonna select how many minutes our operation is gonna last. Now, just so you guys know, every single operation that we do is gonna last 5 minutes, okay? No 4, no 3, no 2, no 1, 5 minutes. I mean, can you make a mistake and sometimes do a 1 minute operation just because you forgot to change the minutes right here? I mean, it happens. It happened to me in the past. Like if it happens to you, don't worry. If you win, awesome. If you lose, then we gotta be more careful on that. But we gotta make sure that we change our operation time to 5 minutes. I'm gonna leave it in 4 because I'm about to explain to you why I left it in 4. But like I said, every single operation that we do is gonna last 5 minutes. Now, the next thing that we have to notice is the most important part of our graphic, which is the strike price. The strike price, it means that is the price that the market is actually located at this very exact moment. For example, you can see the prices right here. This is the levels, and you can see that the strike price right now is at 2.01625000. Okay, but I know this is just moving so much and the numbers are so small, so I do not recommend you to look at this one. I want you to look at this one. Now, a very important thing for you guys to know is that our teachers, they don't see all these numbers that we have right here. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that what they see in their trading platform or where they're looking at the market, the numbers that they can only see, it's 2.016400. I'm sorry, 2.01640. These last 3 digits, they cannot see them. And because they cannot see them, we're not supposed to see them as well. So we don't count them. But to make it easier for you, just so you know, and if you have a piece of paper and a pen, I recommend you to, I don't know, pause the video, go find one, because what I'm about to tell you is very important for you to remember. That way it's gonna make your life easier, yeah, whenever you're trading. Okay. So now that you have your piece of paper and pen, like I said, I don't want you to look at these numbers right here because the graphic, it just moves so much, it changes colors, and there's so much going on right here. Like I said, it's gonna confuse you. So I want you to look at this one, okay? And what I want you to notice is that, like I said on this one, the last 3 digits I don't want you to count them because the teachers, the experts, they cannot see them. And since they cannot see them, of course, we're not going to be using them. But to make your life easier, just know, right? Get ready with your pen that any pair of currencies that does not include the Japanese yen, the number that you don't have to count right here. Remember, I told you that I want you to look at this number. Is that the last number, the last digit? I don't want you to count it. In any pair of currencies that does not have the Japanese yen in between, basically like the one we're looking at right now, Great Britain pound, New Zealand dollar, or the euro and Great Britain pound. Any pair that does not have the Japanese yen, the only digit from this number that you don't have to count is this one. So the only numbers that count, it will be 620 or the last three. Like right now, the market it will be at 610, 630, 621. Let's see if it moves again, 620, 621 again. So you guys get the point. The numbers that you're gonna be looking at in pairs that does not include the Japanese yen is any number before the last digit. The last digit, you can go ahead and block it. What I do when I'm trading, I literally this is what I do. I put my cursor, just to see, to block it and see like my numbers easier and just making sure that I don't get confused by the last digit. But also, guys, if you have a pair of currencies that has the Japanese yen, make sure that the last three digits, you're not gonna count them. The last three digits, basically, don't even care about them. So right now, in pairs, for example, like this one that has the Japanese yen, the numbers that you're gonna be looking at, it will be 732, 731, 733, 735, 740, 754, 53. So, like I said, in pairs that does not have the Japanese yen, the last digit, it doesn't count for us. And in pairs that does have the Japanese yen, it's the last three digits that we're not gonna count. Okay, make sure you write that down. That way, whenever you're operating and you see, I don't know, the Japanese yen, just so you remember that the last three digits, you're not gonna use them. You're only gonna use the three that are next to those three, okay? Okay, now, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and explain to you why I set up this thing at 4 minutes instead of 5. And it's pretty simple, my answer. Because let's say your teacher is, or the expert has given us a trading idea through the live session, okay? And we're waiting. Like, they probably told me, hey, whenever the strike price reaches, right now it's at 720, whenever it reaches 770 or 770, you're gonna click the red button. And if I click the red button right now, is my operation gonna last 5 minutes? No, right? Why? Because whenever I select the 4, it's the timer right here, it started counting down. So right now it's already at 1 minute 13. So if I click it right now, the operation is only gonna last this much. So why did I put it on 4? Because whenever you change it, it starts counting again. So I have it at 4 just to be sure that it's just there. But whenever I'm waiting for my operation to hit the entry level, and the entry level means basically the exact moment whenever I'm gonna either click my green or red button, whenever it hits that level, instead of me being ready with my mouse right here, with my cursor right here, I'm actually have it ready right here. So let's say we're gonna do an example right here. And just for you guys to know, I'm not an expert. I'm not looking at any scanners or any class or any live session, any training idea alerts. So this is just a complete guess what I'm about to do. Okay. And well, I'm gonna show you how basically an operation works. And basically, let's say, like I said, it's at 719 right now. All right. If it hits any number between, let's say 725. If it is at 725, I'm gonna click the operation so I can show you what you have to do. But basically, well, it's going down. But basically, what we have to do is that basically right now it's about to reach 725. It went down. So what we're gonna do is basically we're gonna click, and then right as we click, we're gonna click the button that we want to click, which is the red or the green one. It depends, right? So basically, I'm gonna go back to 4, and let's see. I think it's gonna be going up. It's at 715 right now. 722, 714, 715, 717, 716. So let's say right now, you hit right there, and then I click on my button. Okay. So like you saw guys what I did. Basically it was on 4, but whenever it hit the number that I wanted, I was waiting for 725 and it went all the way to 730. You guys can see it right there. So what I did is that I clicked on the minute to change it to 5 minutes, and right away I went to the button that I wanted to choose, which was the red one. Basically, like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm not looking at anything. I'm just guessing for this example. Like I said, I'm using my demonstration account. That way I can show you guys how an operation is done. But like I said, you just have to change it from 4 to 5, and then right away click the button that your teacher or your expert told you to choose. Now, what does this red line means? It means that since I'm guessing a movement that is gonna go down on the market. Basically, if the market or the strike price ends below the strike price that I choose, which is 730, we're gonna be using the last 3 digits. 730, remember the last one, the last digit we don't count. So 730. If after 5 minutes you guys can see that it's already 3 minutes 30 left on the operation. If after 5 minutes the strike price ends below my red line, we win. Operation a W, we get a dub, and we multiply our money. But if it ends above my strike price, above my red line, what does that mean? That we lose. Okay. Now, basically, what I wanted to tell you guys is that if you do follow a trading plan, if you respect it, just know that yes, we may lose some operations, but if you follow your trading plan, I mean, one operation that you lose, it may not even do anything to you because, for example, my trading plan is that I only use one teacher for my operations. What does that mean? That if my teacher, if he does, let's say, 30 operations in 1 month, right? Let's say he did in between all the days that he operated, in between the app, in between the live sessions. If he did 30 operations, and out of those 30, he won 25 and only lost 5 operations, and I only did the operations that he sent, what does that mean for me? It means that in my trading plan, I did 30 operations in 1 month, and I also won 25 and I only lost 5. Okay. So in this world of the trading options, there's no 100% effectivity. But if you respect your plan, you respect the trading plan, it's gonna help you a lot every single month to grow your account. Okay. Now, I wanna explain to you guys also this little thing, basically a little advice. Well, not an advice, it's just for you to make it easier. So if you're asking yourself, well, how do I know when I'm gonna press the red or the green button? I'm about to show you that as well. But just know that if the teacher is telling us to press the red button, that means that right now the market is at a level, for example, like this, and the teacher is expecting the market to go up a little bit more, and then whenever it hits our entry point, or basically that the moment whenever we click our button, whenever it hits, the market is expected to go down. And in the case of the green button, basically it's the same thing. The market is right here, or entry level is right here, and our teacher is expecting for the market to go down, to hit our entry zone, and then go up, okay? Right now you can see that the timer has reset it. It happens that whenever it's like 1 minute less or left in the operation, the timer resets, but don't worry about it. The red line that you see right there is the end of our operation. Right now we're losing because, like I said, I was guessing. I'm expecting a movement to go down, and it's ending above my strike zone. So basically, like I said, I'm not an expert. I wasn't looking at anything. It was just an example of an operation. And we're about to lose that operation. But like I said, it's in my demonstration account. It was just an example of how an operation worked. Okay. And now remember, after your operation finishes and you probably get the dub because you're looking at a trading idea that an expert sent you through a live session or through the app, just know, change back your number to a 4 minute and then be ready for another operation later on the day, or if they're gonna do a second operation, then just just for you to have it ready. Okay. But like I said, make sure you follow a trading plan in order for you to have the best results. Okay. Now, how we can read an operation idea, a trading idea? Well, I'm gonna go live. Let's just speak this teacher. Okay. And whenever our teacher is gonna send us a trading idea, the message that we're gonna see is basically gonna be on this type of green color that you can see right here. But right now there's no classes right now. So I'm just gonna type how a trading idea looks for you guys to see. Also, remember guys, if you join either through me or my wife or any associate that we have, I probably have already sent you a little vocabulary message giving you basically Spanish words translated to English. Like I said, many of the teachers that are going to be sending us the trading idea alerts to our phones or through live sessions in the Spanish classes are going to be in Spanish. Remember, we have students all over the world from Japan, joining our classes all the way from there. And if they can read Spanish alerts, I mean, you can. You can see their language is not even close to to the difference between English and Spanish. So if they can and they're Japanese and they're reading Spanish trading ideas, I mean, you can do it as well. That's why I created a little message that I probably have already sent you for you to see the translation of the words. That way you don't have problems reading your trading ideas. Now, how does a trading idea look? Well, basically, let's give you an example. Let's use the US dollar and the Japanese. Okay. Now, also the teacher is going to tell us where is the movement or the direction of the market that she's expecting to happen. Let's say it's going to be MOV, that means movement. Let's say alcista, she's expecting the market to alcista means that we gotta click the green button whenever it reaches the entry zone. So she's expecting right now that the market is right here, and she's expecting for the market to go down, hit the entry zone, and then that's when we click our green button and expect that upward movement. Okay. She's also gonna tell us the how long it's gonna last the operation, which is 5 minutes. And she's also gonna give us the entry zone. And for a better example, let me look where the market is on the US dollar and the Japanese yen. Let's look it up right here. Like I said, this is how you look for it. You wanna click on the options. Let me delete it again for you guys. You're gonna basically look right here, add options, click. You can either look for it right here, type it, or you can look it up right here. Whatever makes it easier for you. Like I said, we're looking for the US dollar and the Japanese yen, which is right here. When I click on it, and now we're looking at the graph between the USD and the JPY. Okay, right now the market is at 222. We're looking for alcista. So let's say that she's expecting a upward movement at the level of 200, 190. Okay, USD, 160 from here. Okay, let me educational. This what I'm typing right now is because I'm gonna click on it, and sometimes the messages they save on the live chat, and some other students may come through may come to the live chat and they see the operation, and they may want to do the operation even though it's an example. I've seen it before. I've seen it people like joining classes that are not live, but they see the messages from other students, and they do go to the through to the broker and try and do the operation, and it's not a real operation. So this what I'm about to write right now or type. This is just for them to know that it's not a real operation and they're not supposed to do it. Okay, not a real operation, educational purposes only. Okay. So now that I put the message, basically the message you're gonna find it on the right side, not on my left side right here, and it's gonna be this color if it was sent from a teacher. Now, let's say she sent it. Now we're at USD, JPY. We're looking for an upward movement. Basically, market is right here, entry zone is right here, expecting to go right here. We click the green button, and then it goes up. And where are we gonna click that green button? At the strike point of 200 or in between 200 and 194, okay? So like I was saying, in the USD JPY, right now, remember, if it's a pair of currencies that has the Japanese yen in the pair, that means that the last 3 digits, we're not gonna count them, okay? So if I'm not gonna count them right now, the market is at 255. Okay, yeah, it's at 255. So what does that mean? That we have to wait until that 55, 256 for this market, it goes down all the way until it reaches that 200 entry point. That way, whenever it reaches 200, then what we do, we're gonna change from 4 minutes to 5 and then click or green button. Okay, so we're gonna sit here and wait for the operation to happen. Now, like I said, this operation is just created by me. This is not real operation. Like I said, I'm not gonna do it, but this is just an example for you guys to see, or how you guys can read the operation that is sent to you in the live session. Okay, and it's the same thing that is gonna be sent to you through the swipe option app. Okay, same. It's gonna be whatever you guys. Oh, I'm sorry, I closed it. All right, let's go again. Let me retype it. All right, you can see right here. You see it's saved. So like I said, that's why I put not real operation, educational purposes only. So like I said, is USD JPY. We're gonna look it up again from the beginning. USD JPY. Found it. We like I said, JPY, Japanese yen. Last 3 digits not valid for us. Right now the market is at 242. Okay, that would mean for us that let me give me 1 second. It's because right here is blocking. 1 second. Okay, that means that I will have to wait until the market reaches that 200 level. So right now the market is right here. I have to wait for the market to reach. This is the 200 level, the strike point. That way, when it reaches 200, we click the green button and expect that upward movement. Okay. Now, what do I put 200 or 194? That means that's the entry zone. Okay. So any number between 200 and 194, it's our entry zone. Like it doesn't have to be 200 or it doesn't have to be 194. It can be 200 or it can be 199, 198, 197, 96, 95, 94. And even if it's lower than 94, it's even better. Okay. But like I said, there's two types of people, and the teachers, they always get mad at the type of people like I am. Basically, myself, whenever it reaches the entry point, basically if he reaches 200, I enter the operation. But there's other type of people that they wait for the market to drop the strike point a little bit more. They probably wait until it does reaches 194 or even lower. But the thing is, sometimes it just reaches the strike point and it goes up, and that's it, never come back. And if you do not enter, then I mean you're gonna miss that chance, to multiply some cash. Okay. So like I said, there's two type of people. Whatever you want to do, if you want to enter the operation as soon as it reaches the entry point, that's good. If you want to wait until it goes further down for you to enter lower and be more safe, that's good too. Whatever you want to do. But myself, whenever it reaches the entry point, that's what I do. That's what I've been doing, and that's what works for me. So yeah, like I said, when I look it up right here, movement, alcista, 5 minutes, and this is our entry zone where it is right now. Well, we can see that it's still at around 252, 253, 251. So I don't think it's gonna reach, that number. Like I said, it's just an example. But let's see if it goes down again to like around these levels, which is like 230. So if it goes to 230 at least or 235, I'm gonna click on that number. So it's right now at 247. Like 236. You saw what I did right there? So it was at 4 minutes. I have my mouse ready right here. And then it went to, I believe it was like 230. I was expecting 235, but like I said, the number went down so quick that I had to, do it really quick. So it was at 4 minutes. I changed it to 5 minutes, and then I click that green button. Now, what does that mean? It means that, like I said, since I'm expecting an upward movement on the market, that means that if after 5 minutes, the strike point, which is this or this, ends above my green line, we win the operation. But if the strike point reaches under my green line, like I said, if I'm expecting an upward movement and it ends below my entry zone, that means that we're gonna operation not good, no bueno. Okay. So we're gonna sit here and see if this example we actually make some cash. Like I said, this is my demonstration account. I'm not looking at any scanner. I'm not looking at any real operation. Like I said, this is just for you guys to see basically what an operation looks like, how you can read it from the Go Live session, and also just make sure that if you don't know Spanish and you are gonna be doing the operations with the Spanish teachers, just make sure that if you're waiting for an operation, always go back to the operation. I mean to the live session here and there. Like if you use, let's say right now, like I said, in my example that I put, we had to wait all the way to 200, and it was at 250. Remember? So if you're waiting, just make sure you go back to the live session and see if there's anything new in the chat. Sometimes while she puts the operation, the teacher, she or he, they're gonna still be looking at the market, and they may find something else that is probably closer to hit, so you can have an operation ready to do. So the other day, I remember that I was here with my girlfriend, and since I was with her, I had the volume all the way down. So I was doing an operation and I was waiting, but I was going back and forth to see if there was anything else. And there was literally another operation that she had sent, that this teacher she had sent basically at the same time as the other one. So I was looking at two operations at the same time. And the second one that she sent, that was the one that actually ended up being a W for us, and we were able to make some cash. Now, like I said, in this example, we have already 2 minutes left, so it's basically 3 minutes into the operation. And like I said, we were expecting an upward movement in the market, and I mean, it pretty much looks like it's gonna be a W, even though it would be a fake W, but still, it's a W is a W, and even though if he's training or not, it counts. accounts in the way that, like I said, you're practicing in your demonstration account. And if you're making W's, I mean, not just like this, like I'm doing, like this is an example. I'm just clicking for clicking. That doesn't count. But if you're practicing with real operations in real life sessions or real trading ideas that you receive in your phone and you're winning them, that's good. Like I said, any operation that they send is not always going to be a W. There's going to be some else right there. But like I said, you have to follow a trading plan. You have to, instead of doing, during the day, at least in the app, you're going to receive no less than 6 operations, during the day, at least on the phone. And you're also going to have, the live sessions. And at least in every live session, you're going to receive one trading idea. But if you do all those trading ideas in one day, I mean, like that's what not I recommend. I only recommend use one teacher, stick to the teacher, basically get married to that teacher and don't cheat on the teacher. Basically just whatever the operation they do. Like I said, my teacher last month, my favorite teacher last month, he went 24 wins and only 6 W's. In September, it was his best month. In September, he went 28 W's and only one lost. So in September, I won 28 times and I only lost one operation because I respected that trading plan. And as you guys can see on screen right now, this example is gonna be a W, and you can see right here that is a win of 175. I mean, we invested 100 and we received 75% of a profit. So we made basically $75 in only 5 minutes. Like I said, in order for you to reach this level of investment, I mean, you have to have a lot of money, inside the broker, for you to invest, money like that. But like I said, this was basically it. How to read the operation, how to find your pair of currencies, where you wanna put how to invest. I mean, the amount of money that you want to invest, how to properly put the operation to make it happen in 5 minutes. No, nothing less. Like I said, always having it at 4 and waiting for the strike price to hit right here. And once it hits, just change to 5 and then select either the green or the red button, depending on what your teacher or expert has told you to wait for. Okay. So I hope it was pretty clear on how to do the operation. If you guys are, like I said, if you guys are new and you still don't know how to fund your account for you to trade, so I'm gonna go to my real account real quick. In my account, I only have $300 right now. But like I said, if you're new and you don't know how to fund your account, just remember you have to go right here to the wallet section on the left. Let me see what happens. Okay. And then this is where you're gonna add, Bitcoin or Tether from the TRX network. I know this is crypto, and I know you probably never used crypto before, and it's fine. It's understandable. Before I joined, I never used crypto as well, so I needed some help for me to kind of understand how or what I needed to do in order for me to set up my crypto wallet, to be able to buy, Bitcoin, and then to learn how to send it to my broker, and then at the same time how to withdraw. So yeah, I'm gonna touch a little important thing right here real quick. Then now that I'm here, so remember, in this broker, to fund the least you can fund is $50. Okay, so right now that's why you can see that it's already 50 set in the broker. So let's say you want to fund and you want to put $100, of course, you will change it to 100, and then you will click it right here, and then it will prompt some information. But of course, like I said, if you're new, ask to whoever, help you join to the company. If it was me, then I'm gonna help you how to fund your account. If it was another of my associates, they pretty much already know how to do it, so they will probably help you. But I want you guys to see this important part of the broker, and is that in the withdrawals, that in order for you to withdraw money, you have to reach a certain amount of turnover. Basically, it's leverage. Basically means, for example, if I want to do a withdrawal, my turnover is $345. So what do I need? It says that I need a $688 minimum for me to do like for a turnover. Basically, that means that if I do operations of, let's say, $15, $20, it doesn't matter if I win or if I lose the operation, that keeps adding up, 15, 15, 15. So the more operations that you do, the faster that you're gonna reach that the amount of turnover that they ask you. I mean, they're not gonna ask you for 688. They're gonna ask you probably for less. But like I said, the more operations that you do in your real account, the more the faster you're gonna reach to be able to fill this little circle. And once you fill it, they will, grant you or allow you to withdraw, some funds for you to have in your crypto wallet, and then, be able to transfer them to a Bitcoin wallet, and then, sell it and put it in your bank account. Like I said, this sounds a little confusing, but like I said, once you reach that point, just make sure that you reach out to the person that, that help you to be inside this company, or to me, if you have any associates close to me, and I will personally, help you through the process so you can either fund or withdraw your account whenever your account is ready for you to withdraw. Okay. But with that being said, thank you so much to everyone that was here watching this training video. Like I said, I mean, I'm taking some time for me to teach you, all of you guys, and I really hope that I explained really well to what we were doing right here. And if you have any questions, please ask. If you have to ask us 1,000 times how to do it, ask us, and we'll try and explain to you as well. Or if you want to rewatch this video again and over until you understand what we're looking for, then just keep watching it. Okay. But thank you so much for you being here in this training episode of how to use TRON options and how to read your trading ideas. Okay. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and goodbye.